had faith. I mean, I think what drove him was the need for it. If he could simply find something to connect to, something to hold on to. And I think that's what he was always after.
Locke's desire for connection was never more evident than when he found a hatch in the ground and believed it held all the answers.
I've done everything you wanted me to do, so why did you do this to me?
When the light bulb went on in the hatch, I mean, I just thought that was brilliant, actually. You know, you had this whole build-up as to what is this hatch, and then a light bulb goes on and somebody walking around down there. Who is that man?
It was a man Jack met years before the oceanic crash.
Jack, I'm Desmond. Well, good luck, brother. See you in another life, yeah?
When I first worked on Lost, I didn't really know anything about the show, and they gave me some episodes to watch, and I realized that I was going to be the man in the hatch.
Lower your gun, or I'll blow his damned head off, brother!
But I didn't really realize how big it was going to be.
You.
That the show had sort of taken off around the world.
You're going to take his word for it.
His word is all we have, Jack.
You don't have to take my word for it. Watch the film.
The hatch was one of many research stations built by the Dharma Initiative, a group of scientists who came to the island in the 1970s to study its unique properties.
Electromagnetic fluctuations.
Now then,
Desmond was charged with pushing a button every 108 minutes to keep a massive amount of electromagnetic energy contained.
You don't really see very much of him. You know, you don't know everything about him, which always makes him more attractive, I think.
Desmond's a very interesting character within the world of Lost. I mean, he's the constant.
Desmond was also the reason for the oceanic crash. He neglected to enter the code in the computer, just as Flight 815 was passing over the island. So when Locke chose to stop pushing the button, Desmond knew the situation was serious.
You kill us all?
What I like about Desmond is that he always seems to be doing the best he can to do what he thinks is the right thing.
Desmond turned a fail-safe key to destroy the hatch and prevent a global catastrophe. He survived the ordeal.
Whoa, dude. I woke up in the jungle like this.
Like the hatch blew off your underwear.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun working in those early days, and we've come a long way with the character of Desmond.
hey! Over here!
The survivors soon met another man in the jungle.
My name is Henry Gale. I'm from Minnesota.
The original deal for Henry Gale was to be 3 episodes.
Rousseau trapped him in the jungle. She believes he's an other.
An other? What?
This mysterious man was presumed to be one of the others, the island's original inhabitants, who often clashed with the oceanic survivors.
You don't always know exactly how to play a role when you come in as a guest player.
Of course, if I was one of them, these people that you seem to think are your enemies.
But this one I had an instinct for. I knew kind of what to do with it right off the bat.
I'd draw them out to a real secluded place. And when your friends got there, a bunch of my people would be waiting for them. And then they'd use them to trade for me. I guess it's a good thing I'm not one of them, huh? You guys got any milk?
As it turned out, Henry was one of them.
My name is Benjamin Linus, and I've lived on this island all my life.
Benjamin Linus was the leader of the others, and he would do anything in his power to protect the island.
Well, what's fun to play with Benjamin Linus is the uncertain middle.
You're not gonna shake?
I get to be a vulnerable character.
Come, unless you hear my voice, in 1 minute, shoot all 3 of them.
But I also get to be sometimes quite ruthless and cold.
So sorry, Jack.
I've always thought that Ben used taking a beating as a tool to gain information about the people that were beating him.
Did you lose someone?
You know what I lost!
I would venture to say that I am the most beaten character in the history of television. So that's been a big part of every working day. I'm so jealous of the other actors who, you know, they put a little sunscreen on and mess up their hair and they're ready for work. I always have to come in early to get these cuts and bruises and wounds and stuff put on me. In Ben's mind, it was a small price to pay to get the informational advantage.
Hello again.
If he was anything simple at all, the audience would have tired of him before now.
You're going to take this boat and follow a compass bearing of 325. And if you do that exactly, you and your son will find rescue.
Well, that's it?
Deal's a deal.
They keep moving him around fractionally on the scale of good and evil. And just when the audience thinks they have him pinned down, then the writers change it up.
Who are you people? We're the good guys, Michael.
Over the course of 6 seasons, Lost has garnered millions of devoted fans around the world. Among them, the actors themselves.
I watch Lost to be entertained and to be drawn into these people and their lives and what they're challenged by.
I have a son who loves this show, and so we watch it together as a family.
I'm a rabid viewer of the show now. Some actors can't look at the show. I have to.
Like everybody else, whether they'll say it or not, I love watching myself.
I'm a fan of the show on a lot of levels. A kind of a clueless fan. There are many people at home that have it much better figured out than I do.
There's this expectation that you have to sort of dumb a show down to the audience. We kind of went the other way. We sort of felt like, let's make a show that we would really appreciate as viewers, that tried to be intelligent, that tried to introduce things that are sort of heavily thematic, based on philosophy or physics.
If one of the writers really loved the teachings of Rousseau or Locke, why not name characters after those philosophers?
Are you Daniel Faraday?
Jeremy Bentham?
Anthony Cooper?
Desmond David Hume?
How'd you know my name?
What we do like to do is hide little Easter eggs in the show for the people who want to go down the rabbit hole with us and look a little bit deeper.
To kind of get at the source of who these people are, we looked at a lot of the things that we had ourselves read.
Watership Down.
The Wizard of Oz. Ton of the script.
The Looking Glass.
It's Lord of the Flies down now. One of Carlton's favorite authors is Walker Percy. Well, we have Sawyer reading Walker Percy.
How can you read? My mother taught me.
A book that is used as a prop, I kind of want to read it then. And it's fun to make connections between things. Maybe a kind of egg-headed fun, but that's me.
So whether it was Stephen King, the Bible, or the Star Wars trilogy.
Turns up whenever he wants, like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All of these disparate influences we kind of tried to bring to bear on the show.
Getting to do those references when they would show up, that was was always a blast.
Jedi moment.
Hurley would probably be a fan of the show Lost. It would probably be his second favorite show behind Expose.
What the hell's Expose? The most awesome hour of television ever.
Hurley, he was kind of a group cheerleader in a way. He was about getting the whole group just to make it to tomorrow.
I bet 4 papayas.
Once you get past surviving, there comes a point where people are going to want to be entertained somehow, and I wasn't sure what it'd be, but I felt like Hurley should do something like put together a talent show or something. Then the golf game showed up, so that works.
Dudes, listen.
If we're stuck here, then just surviving's not going to cut it. We need some way that we can, have fun. I was told early, okay, here's what we got for your story. It's like, he's a lottery winner.
With the mega number 42.
Okay, great, but what's my Twilight Zone thing? Where's my twist that makes people go, what? And I didn't get that till I finally read the script where the numbers that had ruined his life, essentially, end up being on that hatch.
Stop! The numbers are bad!
And then just popping up everywhere, clock, soccer jerseys, the odometer, the Camaro. That became kind of a fun thing, just everywhere that stuff like that shows up. Hurley always kind of had this cloud over him. Everything bad that happened to Hurley, or that happened to people around Hurley, he always blamed himself for.
I could really use a victory. Let's get this car started. Let's make our own luck.
And the Dharma van is kind of a big turnaround moment for him. He wasn't going to let the curse control his life anymore.
Really? Make your own luck. There's no curse!
Son of a bitch.
You know what my favorite scene